Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Nick's Amazing Man Stuff. This is a live stream that we call Doctor's Orders. My name is Dancy Bearded. I go by the master of marketing for this company and help out in any way that I possibly can. And we have two people that I'd like to welcome today, and especially a special guest that is the focus of this. First off, we have Jill. Jill, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Dan. How are you today?
Great, truly great. And Nick, how about you, Mr. Doctor Sir yourself?
Doing fantastic, as always.
Awesome. So, our goal on today's show, you guys, as you come in, first, just a gentle reminder if you could hit the thumbs up, that helps out this new and growing channel and community and just kind of the brand that we're trying to build here and do it all the right way, do it in house. So, hit that thumbs up. But our goal today is to get to know Jill. A lot of you have seen her the last 5 weeks in the chat, answering questions, getting involved, but you've likely never seen her on video. You may not have ever even seen a picture, and you want to know who she is, what she's like, and what she does at the company. And we will have a segment during the show today where you will be able to ask any questions that you would like with Jill. And we're going to have a custom Jill giveaway where she's going to answer some questions like what is her favorite scent to make? And then she's going to custom build a giveaway that we're going to do at the very end of this about an hour-long show today. So if you're excited, again, hit that thumbs up. We'll get the giveaways going as we go through. And real quick, I'm curious on this one. Let us know where you guys are from in the chat. I know that we have some local people to the Dr. Nick's company area, but we also have people literally all around the country and the world. Nick, where are you guys from for anybody that does not know your location?
We are right south of Boston in Pembroke, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Sort of right near the coast. You can sometimes smell ocean from here. You can from our house. It's really close, but we're over a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to visit there. We have checking in from Pennsylvania, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Indiana. We have Connecticut as well. Awesome. We got somebody coming in from work. That's Garrett. He's actually from Michigan. We got South Shore Boston in the house. This is awesome.
Heck yeah. We got York, all of New England represented here.
Love it.
East Coast heavy right now going on. And speaking of this, I think this would be a good time to kind of hit this one as people are coming in because you have it available. I see that we have a Southwest Virginia buddy right now. This is Jude, not Judd. Well, if I'm remembering correctly, Jude, apologize, take it back. Judd was the winner of
not Jude.
I tripped my eye, yeah. Jude is not his name. It is Judd is the winner of a really unique and special giveaway. If you want to hit on this, Dr. Nick, I think this is pretty dang cool because you have it right in front of you.
This is it. That's it. So, Judd, as you know, you were going to be the first project that came off of our new CNC machine that we invested in to make a number of things. And you'll be happy to know that you are. And after a couple of mechanical complications last week, a build process that took me a little more time than I thought it was gonna, by about 10 hours. Yesterday was actually the first day that we had fully functional software and fully functional mechanics with the CNC machine. So I spent yesterday running my pattern that I made. Again, this is the first time I've ever made a pattern on a CNC machine. Learning this all brand new. I've never built one, never programmed one, never worked with CNC at all. Thankfully, I know some vector graphics and I know lots of diagram and some CAD software, so it helped. But we basically ran this pattern through a bunch of blank pieces of scrap pine a number of times yesterday to get it right. And the very first piece of actual nice hardwood to go through the CNC machine is yours. And I'm going to send it right down to you today. The only thing it's waiting on is to go right back downstairs after this to get lasered. Oh, and here you go.
Snap.
You have a nice wood stand that holds 3 of our products and a comb in the back. You don't get my comb though. Dan told me to buy the Chicago comb.
You don't want that one. It's used.
Yeah, you don't want my comb. But what you have here is these all just fit real nice in the spots here. And this is a piece of old growth northeastern walnut. And I'm going to pull this bottles out of here so you can actually see the wood. But check out this gorgeous grain on that.
Wow.
And so it's going to go down later today. It's going to get oiled. It's going to get sanded. And it's going to get a lasered logo right here.
That is so cool.
So
And
you will be happy to know that the very first piece that comes off of this belongs to you, and it will be sent out just as soon as the oil's dry. Probably tomorrow morning it'll be all set to go, and we'll send it out tomorrow afternoon.
And he said, hey, I already got that comb, so he is all set to plug it in. Could not be more perfect.
Oh, dude, perfect. Yeah, we made it just in case. I wasn't sure if you were a little wooden Amazon comb kind of guy. That fits right in the back just fine too. And the Chicago comb stands up in there. It doesn't even tip over. Oh, yeah. It's just so nice.
And you had a sneaky suspicion that people that would get this may have the comb already. I would be curious, like the percentage of my viewers and how many of them have the number 8.
Oh,
it's
dude,
so good. You're loving it though, aren't you?
What's that?
You're digging it. Isn't it a great comb?
Oh, I love it.
It's a great comb.
I really like it. It's like a happy mix between a smoother and a detangler. So you can use it even on damp hair. I mean, the thing is fantastic. And, we're gonna use this comb actually as inspiration for the first comb that we crank out of the CNC machine. So I'm gonna go for a similar flat, wide spacing tooth design that tapers, and we're gonna go with some really interesting handle designs. I was thinking about maybe trying to work in the skull from our logo as the shape of the handle on the back of this tooth pattern, essentially. So more to come on that, but it should be fun.
Happy.
Judd is happy. I love it,
awesome.
man. Oh, this thing's gonna be a great addition to your to your bathroom. I can't wait. I'm gonna crank one out probably later today, and I'm gonna oil one for myself while I'm at it.
Hey, family friendly here program. Jeez Louise.
Shoemakers kids have no shoes typically, but today this shoemaker's gonna get some shoes.
And what I love about it, if you can just show it one more time here, is that this is literally made downstairs. If you guys missed the facility tour from last week, please go check that out. It was a special stream, and this is custom made for Dr. Nick's products. You cannot fit. I don't know any other company that has the beard balm sticks. There's very few companies left that do the rectangular bottles. Ooh. I don't know if any company uses this particular butter container. Ooh. This is custom made literally to the dimensions of this company, made by this company. So, man, and it's just scratching the surface. The things that they're going to be able to do, work in that wood shop into the company making beard stuff, man, oh man. And I'll let you guys touch on this one. But Garrett says, and I know the answer, but Garrett says, any chance of making stuff like that for purchase?
Oh, you bet, Garrett. And the way we were going to be doing that basically is I'm saving these templates as SKUs. So as I roll through and make them, I'm one of those people where if I do something once, I need to be able to figure out how to do it smoothly 100 times. So I've already organized my template files into a catalog of SKUs. Those are going to turn into direct available SKUs on the website. And we're going to make these available, and they're going to be in a variety of really cool exotic woods. Some of the woods I have down there right now are black limba. I have some really cool old growth cherry, and we have some really pretty burled maple and some walnut. So we're probably going to have those 4 options available on the site right away. Quantities will probably be limited. And the good news about that is when the site says out of stock on any of these, it will enable a made to order option, which means you can order it. And then within 1 week, within 7 business days, essentially, it'll ship. So even when they're out of stock, you say you want one, put through your order. We go downstairs, crank one out that week, and we ship it to you the next week.
That's crazy. That is so cool. So cool, which kind of epitomizes what this company stands for. They want to do everything in-house. I think maybe the only thing that you have yet to take on is blowing glass so we can make the containers ourselves. I think that'll be next.
This guy, though. This guy's blown some glass.
I have. Yeah, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Whenever you
got a buddy that does it, right?
Whenever you see a beard, whenever you see a new beard oil pop on the website and it's $115 a bottle,
it's a little bit off,
and it's a little misshapen. That's because I tried my hand on some custom glass blown bottles that took me 10 hours per bottle.
That would be so cool. There's the show Blown on Netflix that goes through like blowing
glass.
Blown
away. Love
it.
Blown away.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so
addicting.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, is that addicting? So cool. And yeah, don't you have a buddy that does that, if I remember correctly?
Yeah. We have a friend who's a glass blower here locally, and he's always been threatening to come in here and do some cool stuff with us. But
that would be awesome.
So one more thing on this before we move on, though, just to show everyone kind of the process, right? Is that when, we have unique packaging. Obviously, we're doing all this ourselves in a design software. So we literally start like this. We start with a bottle and a millimeter caliper. And we're like, okay, well, how big is this guy? All right, well, we got 59.3 millimeters. So you add in a little tolerance, you plug that in, and we do that for each product. We literally go through, size everything up, grab them on the caliper, get our millimeter readouts, and then we go from there. So, I mean, it's one of those processes where it starts off with Jill and I sitting here with some bottles and a millimeter caliper, and we lay it out on paper. We take that, I transfer that into the computer and get to designing. So it's been a really cool learning process. Actually, I really like the CNC thing. It's really, really neat. A lot of fun.
And you should add in that as exclusive woods come in, we will have limited releases of some really, really cool woods that are definitely a little bit more expensive.
Yep.
Like some Purple Hearts and things like that.
Purple Heart. Yeah. Purple Heart. John, you nailed it. Purple Heart, red gum.
Red gum.
We found some black palm, which is really cool looking.
One of my favorites. I love it. It's so cool.
And it matches our colors too, because it's like black and white kind of in the grain. It's really sweet.
Very,
very cool. Purple Heart's right up there on the list, man. When you oil that stuff, it goes crazy.
Oh, hey, custom holder choices. We could do different sizes if you don't use balm. We're always open to any suggestions.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah. How about this, Garrett? Throw what you want in the comments here, and we'll make it for you. And we'll make it available. You'll be the first. Not this SKU on the website. I was racking my brain of what the next one should be. Sounds like you have an idea. Let's hear it. And you'll be our first commercial design.
Awesome. And Dan B said he just started using the product and he really likes it. Keep up the good work. Awesome to hear.
Thanks,
and then we'll do one more question. Then we'll get into getting to know Jill a little bit. And I'll let you guys take this one. This is my buddy Moose. He is an amazing human. He has he just came short because of wildfires and different things, but he has essentially hiked from Mexico to Canada 3 times now. Which is absurd.
Dude, that's so cool. I remember when he joined one of your live streams from the trail, and he was talking about how he was missing toenails. Like I've told so many people that story, Moose. It's not even funny.
Yeah. I think he missed like 7 toenails he lost. It's crazy. And he documents it on his Instagram. Pretty amazing.
Well,
beard sanitizer. Hit him with the details on what that is.
Yeah. So the beard sanitizer, it's 2 things. It's a sanitizer and it's an on-demand moisture delivery system. And it's kind of a high-tech moisture delivering system. It's not like there's an oil suspended in there. It's an emulsified vegetable glycol and propanidol, right? Is one of the things that helps. Propanidol. Yeah. And so what you end up getting is a kind of a dual effect. And now people do ask this a lot, like, when do you use it? Do you use it in the morning? Do you use it at night? No, there is no time that you should be using this. It's an on demand, like throughout the day. Like I keep it in my laptop bag whenever I'm going out to people's conference rooms. We keep one in the glove box of my car. So if I come out of the grocery store, people are coughing in line. I'm like, I don't want that stuff stuck in my beard. You give it a quick mist. So what you do is you kind of just close your eyes, which by the way, you don't need to, because it is eye and nose and mouth safe. It is completely organic. It's food safe. You could drink it. It would taste terrible, and I don't recommend it, but it's not toxic. And so no alcohol. It uses hypochlorous acid to sanitize, which is what they use in hospitals and commercial kitchens and the foggers. So literally walking out of anywhere, getting off an airplane, whatever it might be, mist up that beard, run your hands through it like this, and you're going to have a really quick drying effect. It'll deliver moisture and it'll sanitize your beard and your hands as you run your hands through your beard. So it is a kind of a dual play effect. And it's also a bit of a skin toner. Most guys don't know what a skin toner is, but Jill's an expert on skin toners, and she kind of developed it after one that she likes a lot.
I did, yeah.
So it helps kind of tighten the skin.
It does.
Right?
It just tightens everything up. And, refreshes the whole look of everything.
We even have some barbers that use it as after astringent agent for straight razors.
The straight razors, and to avoid some of the red bumps that happen in the burn.
Yeah, it calms down the skin a little bit, tightens everything
up.
It
coats it with a little bit of that vegetable glycerin. So,
it's the only one like it on the market. I mean, I think we were the only ones crazy enough during COVID to try to make something to sanitize your beard. But I mean, that's the name of the game for us. We're crazy. So
Nick's like, I'm not shaving. We have to figure this out. So
yeah.
Jill
was like, you're not shaving. You're going to figure this out.
No, I'm gonna figure this out.
And to clarify, there were multiple companies during the pandemic that made beard sanitizers, but to be very specific, they made them with alcohol.
Yep.
This is alcohol free, 100% alcohol free. Will not dry you out. Therefore, you can use it as many times as you'd like. And you won't get dry. You won't get chapped.
And we looked when we were first doing this. We're like, is anyone making? It's COVID. Is anyone making beard sanitizer? Yeah. And we looked, and people were. And like they're making them, but like you said, Dan, all of them are laden with alcohol. And like my skin, if I was to spray an alcohol-based spray on my skin, like you don't even want to know what I would look like. Like if I did that on a Sunday, I couldn't be on this live stream on a Tuesday.
Right. Yep. And then if you search on Google beard sanitizer alcohol-free or alcohol-free beard sanitizer, it is the first option that comes up right here. So pretty cool. So awesome. Beautiful.
Looking
Great
good.
question, Moose. Happy to have you here. And again, thank you to everyone that just came in. We do have a couple of people that have forgotten to hit the thumbs up. So just a little gentle reminder, if you guys could. It doesn't cost you anything, but really helps us out. But hey, let's go ahead and get started and get to know Jill here. Nick, I didn't set you up for this, but I know you're the man for the task. I'm going to kick it to you because to begin, I would like you to introduce your wife because I don't even know if many people know that you guys are recently married. So Nick, go ahead and start it, introduce, and then we'll get into the questions.
Yeah, I don't know if people. So this is my wife, Jill. You can now say wife. I'm still not quite oversaying it, just because I'm still super excited from getting married in May. So we got married May 21st down in Plymouth, Massachusetts. We've been together about 5 years now. About 5 years. And so she is my partner in crime in literally everything. I would not be able to do anything that I do without this girl right here. There's no possible way. I mean, we run 4 businesses. We manage a commercial property. We manage a household. We have a son who's 10 years old, who has lots of activities and all the things that a 10-year-old has to worry about. So, trying to play defense and kind of blocking and tackling for each other, that's kind of the name of the game for us. Like, I think that's what really made us sort of fall for each other, was like working together in the early days of this and just kind of thinking like, wow, like we work way, way, way too well together. And there isn't anything that I do that Jill doesn't have a hand in, whether it's my consulting business on the bookkeeping side of things, managing the commercial office space. Obviously she runs 90% of Dr. Nick's, these days. I'll let her talk about all the things that she does there, but the wood shop, the software business, and just, all the things that, a significant other would normally do, obviously on top of all of that. So I have no clue how she does it. And I have no clue how she puts up with me. That's for damn sure. Like,
for sure.
So, I don't know how you put up with me. And so so this is Jill. She is the master of all things that I don't have time to put my hands on. She is the other half of my brain, my life partner, my soulmate. And I just, super excited for everyone here to be able to get to meet her.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, Jill, hey, let's start it off. What's your background? Anything you want to share, even especially prior to Dr. Nick's and Nick? Anything that you want to share on where you were raised, what you did for school, anything like that?
Well, I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I've mostly worked in hospitality. I was in the restaurant business for 14 years, a little over half of that being bartending. And like most teenage girls in New England, I started by working at Dunkin' Donuts. So some of these states that are on here probably have never even had a terrible coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, but I would have made that for you. So. I graduated from Weymouth High School in 2007. And then I started at Dr. Nick's by just helping Nick labeling products and selling them at whatever bar I was working at, to any bearded fella that would listen to me, which was most of them. So that's kind of how I got my toe in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he stopped having as much time to take care of, the production and the labeling, and I mean, we make our pipettes in 3 different pieces. So just silly stuff like that, where I'd sit there all day cranking out pipettes and labeling and filling. And then I just kind of threw myself into Dr. Nick's. I'm here now.
And it's funny because I think Dr. Nick's, there was a period of time where I got so busy with consulting on the cybersecurity side of things that I'm pretty sure Dr. Nick's would have died without you, right? Because you were handling a lot of it before you were officially even on board. And so when the time came with the new space and the concept of maybe relaunching, there was obviously no choice, right? She has always had her hands in it. She's always been an advocate, and she's been following it from the very beginning. So there was really just it was a no-brainer just to let her run with it, take it, and just take what she was doing and make it official and just let her own it.
So cool.
I had a huge interest in it anyways, being the all natural side of it. That right there sold me. I was like, wow, all natural. How are you doing this with no extra additives, no preservatives, no nothing, no fragrance oils, no gunk? So that really sold me on it too. So
awesome. Now, outside of Dr. Nick's, what do you like to do, Jill? What are some things you do with your interests, with your hobbies, right? I've told people I have a long list of random and dorky and embarrassing hobbies. I was addicted to Pokemon Go. I was addicted to metal detecting, like things that people probably would never know about me. So what are you into? What are things that you enjoy to do outside of the beard world?
Well, I'm sure most of you could assume that I also e-skate with Nick. I love the electric skateboards, and I love anything involving adventure, paddleboarding, skydiving, things like that.
Wow.
You want to point out the dorkier side of things? I'm a major Lego nerd. Okay. I love to Lego.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, when Nick's still going on his computer and hacking away at programming some of the stuff for the CNC machine, I will be sitting there snapping together plastic bricks.
Wow. Okay, so question for you. Have you guys been to Legoland in Florida?
The only reason we haven't, there is one in New York. The only reason we haven't is because my stepson, our son, would absolutely kill us without taking him.
And he's just now to the right age.
He'll enjoy it, but he can also wait in line for anything.
Okay. We're thinking that's probably this summer kind of thing coming up next summer.
We were originally thinking that's where I'd have my bachelorette party, but Jack shot that one down.
Oh no, because we are going to Florida next month, and we're between a couple of things, and one of them is Legoland. And I've heard conflicting things. I've heard people say it's the greatest place in the world, but I've also heard people say that one's a little bit old and a little bit run down. So I got to hear if anybody's ever been to Legoland. Give me your honest feedback so we can decide if we go or not. But that's amazing. I would have never known that or guessed. I had no idea. Legos. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say.
And she likes creepy stuff.
I do like creepy stuff. Yeah, Halloween's coming up, and I've been decorating since the day after Jack's birthday in September.
yeah. September 13th is when the Halloween decoration bins come out of the basement.
All That's 9 awesome. Of them, yes, all 9 of them.
And she also has a huge collection of just other creepy stuff, year-round creepy stuff.
Some cool oddities and stuff I've collected, throughout the years.
Bones and teeth and
different animal teeth and skulls. And
oh yeah.
So fun fact on the creepy side of things. Obviously, most people have heard of the new Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
we've been watching it.
I went to school with Evan Peters. He graduated from my high school and was
cool.
one year ahead of me. So
cool.
So, I know him really well. We spent a lot of time together, and it's crazy. It was crazy to see him on American Horror Story, which I thought was wild. Then he got this, and it was like, oh my gosh.
What about Phil of the Future?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have little sisters, so
right.
I've
Yeah,
definitely seen him on Phil of the Future.
Yeah, and we're a big Halloween family too. My wife is her favorite movie of all time is Coraline. Like she just loves everything Halloween related and spooky. So
that's a good movie.
It. Yep, and we have this really cool old village by us that does like trick or treating every year, and so we did that just 2 days ago. It was so fun. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
Perfect fall temperatures and stuff. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Not only your wife, but your daughter Violet, right? She's a huge Halloween fan from what I hear.
She is. Yep, big time. Yeah, Violet loves spooky, scare me. She loves it. So yeah, she's a big fan. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, this is the
Now,
first year Jack is going trick-or-treating solo with his friend.
oh,
No
wow.
parents walking around with him.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. And then we
Pretty
have a great
exciting.
great comment that's a good segue into the company side of thing. Sensitive Skin here. This stuff is amazing. Sensitive Skin approved.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very,
Love
very
that.
cool.
Thanks,
And
Haley.
truly why the company was founded, by the way. And we've gone into this. And again, guys, I encourage you to go back and watch any of the previous episodes, even if it's just podcast form. I will put stuff on while I'm getting ready, while I'm showering. You could just listen. You don't have to see these beautiful beards. It's a bonus if you do. But Nick started this company because he was having sensitive skin issues with major companies that were on the market, and in the most respectful way. It was nothing against them, it just didn't work for Nick, and so he started this company for people just like you, Haley. So that is absolutely awesome.
Yeah,
And
yeah, absolutely.
and that again was kind of what Jill was drawn to the company on, the sensitive side of things, the all natural side of things. So Jill, for somebody that has no idea, pull back the curtains a little bit. What do you do? What is a daily basis? What are some of your biggest tasks that you do specifically with Dr. Nick's Amazing Man stuff?
It's a little bit of everything. Definitely, I do formulation, I do production, I handle shipping, packaging, labeling, customer service. I also am Nick's personal photographer, and all of the photos that you see on Instagram, I take them, I edit them, I send them off to Dan. And expert sandwich maker is very important in Dr. Nick's here, making sure the
Bomb
doctor's
sandwiches.
fed. Yeah.
That is amazing.
And maker of really good gluten-free cookies that we need to
Yes,
send you out
yes.
some too, Dan.
Ooh, yes,
Yes,
please. Yes,
they are
please.
gluten-free.
Sam just made some yesterday, just store-bought ones, and they're almost all sitting up there because they're horrible. They're absolutely horrible.
We're
So,
gonna change that for you. I like her gluten-free cookies better than regular chocolate
yeah,
cookies these
yeah.
days. And my son does too. That's how you know they're good. When a 10-year-old is like, I like Jill's special cookies way better than normal cookies.
A little
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
And with Jill talking about that, I got to step in here because Jill is being very humble and very kind speaking about this. But Jill is unbelievably knowledgeable, right? My platform, all of you in here know me and know my channel, know that I do the carrier oil work. I do the formulations. I went on to like a 30-minute rant about IFRA and the IFRA guidelines last night and like all this deep understanding of stuff. When I started working with this company, I started getting involved in formulating products, and I would give out ideas, and then the like feedback, not pushback, but just the beautiful banter of developing products that I received back from Jill was like, holy crap, like she knows her stuff and then some. And we're talking about, like, for example, the beard butter was literally made from the ground up. This was Jill coming up with ideas, me just giving a little bit of feedback of what I like, what's the industry standard, what's the norms in terms of what butters to use, what oils, what ratios. And then I kind of put that out there. And then Jill was like, well, how about this one because of this? What if we do a little bit more of this? We want to accomplish this. And it was just mind-blowing to understand her level of research, her level of experience, and just everything that goes into formulation. So Nick or Jill, I don't know, I would love for you to talk more on that because I was genuinely impressed, and I deal with everybody. I deal with everybody, and the way that Jill went about formulating products and scent profiles, very, very important, was mind-blowing to me. It was absolutely impressive.
Well,
I'll throw in one piece on that, and just to get you ramped up here, is that after working with Jill to reformulate, formulate, or make something new, once in a while you don't know what you don't know until you meet someone who knows what you don't know.
So once in a while, like that's like how you should live your life. Yeah, absolutely.
It literally is a humbling experience sometimes. And it was one of those weird things. Like we've talked about this before, the comprehension matrix and the 3 steps of comprehension. I was apparently on step 1. Yep. I did not know that Jill was on step 3. And so it was one of those things where I literally immediately felt like, holy crap, I am lucky I made it this far without that level of knowledge, because how the hell did I do any of this not knowing what she knows? Like, she's just so incredibly knowledgeable on that stuff. And it comes from not just research, but your own personal experience. I think we should talk about that.
So yeah, personal experience. I definitely have had my own skin woes throughout the years, and I am very reactive, skin reactive and sensitive as well. So I have, I mean, I'm also a girl, so I've tried every product that Sephora tried to sell me, or any other big, makeup store, skincare line. I've tried them all. And so therefore I knew the things that would clog my pores immediately, the things that said that they were non-comedogenic, but were.
Right.
So from experience and, trying things out, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work, I had a good idea of all natural ingredients I wanted to incorporate into the butter. And I remember we had some playful banter back and forth, Dan, about certain ingredients that you dropped. And I was like, no kopuasu butter. It smells terrible.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get over that. And so
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then like there's other things where people would have probably gone outside of the all natural to try to get the consistency right of the butter.
Correct.
But instead of going with emulsifiers and other bonding agents and things that you could use to do that, like you found saw butter.
I found saw butter. I paid attention to the fat contents of these butters and what would spread better, what had some natural grit to it. Kokum butter, it balls up when it's on its own, and playing around with what oils will help certain things spread, trying batches after batches after batches. And not only on his beard, I involved, people in our family. Try this on your hands. I want you to try this on your legs after you shave. I want you to put this on your beard, short beard, long beard, and all that. So
yeah,
trying to find that balance of what's going to work for everyone, what's going to be nice and conditioning. You're going to want to keep putting it on every day or every night, however you use it. So.
Just you think about other people's process, right? And like I obviously, with a lot of our suppliers, they offer a bunch of blended products, right? Like anyone who sells good carrier oils is also going to sell blended products that you can package. And every time I look at the list, just to kind of like look at what they have in them, or maybe just take a peek at like, hey, there's a new product section. Let's check it out while we're ordering ingredients. I all of a sudden fall back to realizing sometimes that that's some other people's product development process, right? Is they go on their supplier's website and they're like, ooh, they have a butter. Okay, cool. How much is that per pound? Like, awesome. And they bring it in and they add their fragrance oils to it. And that's product development. And it takes, a day. Whereas
Not
us,
this lady.
oh God, I mean, our product development process takes 6 months, and she comes home from the
little
office.
Tags on it. I'm like, is this too sticky? Is this too greasy?
She really came home one day with like sticker tags on her arm, and she's like, "Okay, this is number one. Feel that," and like,
it's amazing. Like I really was blown away by the process and just not taking the easy road. If there's anything with Nick too, is I don't think he's ever seen an easy road. There's an easy road, the best road, and a crazy difficult road. He always goes to the right. He's like, nope, I'm going to take that crazy difficult road, which can be challenging, which can be frustrating, but it comes out with literally amazing results. And Jill seems to be same on that path. And I really got a glimpse on it with developing the butter and then also the new scents that were out there. Because when you say something like, hey, I want a campfire smoke scent, and oh shoot, we don't use fragrance oils. How do you get to that? The level of getting those scents put together to make something that achieves the goal and is pleasant at the same time, man, that is a wild task to accomplish.
It is.
It was about 1.5 years long, wild task too.
Yeah.
I tried every essential oil combination I could find. I broke down each essential oil into, their scent profiles and what pairs with and what can make something smell smoky. Vetiver kept coming up, even though it is like a grass. It just kept coming up with that earthy scent. And nothing was right. And I said, I'm going to figure this out. People want a smoky scent. I'm going to figure it out. And that's when we landed on the guacwood.
Guacwood. There you go. She knows how to say it without looking at a piece of paper. That's another look how talented she is.
Yeah, not my forte.
What's funny though is like some of the things we do, we'll have deadlines, right? We'll say, okay, we need this scent by this month. We're going to release it. And this is what we're going for. And then sometimes we get an idea, and it's literally one of those, okay, we're going to figure this out when we figure it out and we're happy with it kind of a process. Once in a while that takes a month. Once in a while it takes a year, right? Because there's other stuff going on and there's no gun to the back of your head saying that you have to have a certain amount of time to have something done. So why not just experiment when you can, get it right, and then put it out there when you nail it, right? And so sometimes that's the workflow. It's like, let's kick this around a little bit until it fits.
So true. So true. And that fits with this company. It is all about natural growth, real growth. We started this live stream. How many do we have in the first one? Like 8 to 12 people.
12. Yeah.
12 was our peak, and it consistently has grown because of the right ways. And that's what they do behind the scenes too. Now, this is a tough one. I did float this question to Jill beforehand, and we're going to kind of get a little combo answer here. So Jill is going to craft our giveaway today. I don't know what it is. I have a winner document. All it says on there is Jill's giveaway, Jill's pick. So I don't know what this is going to be. So Jill's going to craft a giveaway. We'll do that at the end of the show today, which will be in about 15 to 20 minutes. And I would also like to know, when you make scents, that's a task. Right? I don't think people oftentimes put themselves behind the scenes, right? I know another maker that gets headaches when they work with lavender, but they have a very popular lavender scent, so they have to do precautionary measures so they don't smell it, and they have other people test and go through. When you make something, that scent is going to just resonate through the room, resonate through the building, and you do this on a constant basis. So what is your favorite scent when it's like, okay, it is this number day, you're like, woo, let's go, I'm excited for this one. Jill, what's your favorite scent to make with the company?
So my favorite scent to make and smell throughout the whole lab has to be the number 7, because the neroli in it is just undeniable. It just permeates through the whole building. It smells so good. And the citrusy notes, they just wake you up. They get you ready to go. It smells so good. But it's not my favorite scent out of the line. So I would have to go with, of course, after a year and a half's worth of trial and tribulation, I'm going with the 21.
Wow.
So going with that smoke. That's my favorite.
And a direct quote, if I can go back, I think I have this exactly syllable for syllable. I was talking about how I do not like smoke scents. And Jill said, I would live in a campfire if I could.
Right in there. My favorite thing to do is Nick's least favorite thing is when we come home from camping, I grab that sweatshirt and
Oh God, mine's like off my back. I'm like walking through the mudroom and I'm like, laundry room, you in there.
I'm like, is that still? Yes. Okay. All right.
Oh man, it's wild how subjective scent is. It's so wild.
It really is. But that's the weird part is I love 21 and I do not like the smell of like the lingering. I said this when we announced it.
Yeah.
I've been using it like crazy and it doesn't, it's like, there's just enough woodiness in there to it where I get that wood kind of a scent to it for me, where it's not overly smoky.
Yeah. It's not ashy, smoky. It's definitely that charred wood smell.
Yeah, it is. It's like a char smell almost in some cases. Yeah.
Yep. And I agree. Haley says Jill has such dedication perfecting each formula and making it safe for all users.
Aww.
That's beautiful.
Thanks, Haley.
So
can I call her out? That's my sister, by the way.
Oh,
she got home early from work today to make sure she didn't miss this live stream. So
that's
awesome. What's up, Haley?
And let's get a drum roll, please, in the chat. If you guys could drop some emojis. Jill, what is our Jill's pick giveaway going to be? I'm going to type it on the document as you tell the audience.
So I have the 21 beard oil.
Okay.
And I thought, since most people haven't explored our beard sanitizer, and I was very proud of how I formulated this, I picked the blood orange to make a smoky orange combo.
Awesome. That is my favorite out of those, by the way.
It smells really nice.
Awesome. So we are going with the 21 beard oil and the beard sanitizer, which is alcohol free, and the blood orange one works really well with any scent. It's nice. It just goes really, really smoothly. I love it with number 7. It's not something that I wear on an extremely daily basis, but it's really nice to have, especially if you're out and about at places. Really,
I'm going to give a live feedback test here. I have not smelled blood orange with the smoke together, but I will say, one of my favorite cocktails out there in the world is a mezcal margarita with orange juice. So I do like citrus and smoky stuff together. So I'm thinking this might work. Let's see. And this will be a good demonstration for people asking about the sanitizer too. So what I do is just give it one of these. Give it all in there. Get it down. Work it in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smell this side by side here. Let's see if I can. Oh, you were right. That's nice.
Well, so there was another variation
It's like
of this
smoky and
21, yeah, that I did add sweet orange to, and I loved it, but I thought it'd be too close to release side by side. So when you asked me, Dan, I was like, well, we can get the best of both worlds here.
Oh yeah, that smells fantastic together.
A little
That's
smoky
awesome.
orange.
I love that.
And the blood orange was not named after Nick's beard, by the way, you guys. That's just like consequent. That's just just
totally
randomly.
coincidence.
Yeah.
No,
100%.
Speaking of which, by the way, I need a do-over. And you need to tell the mayor I need a do-over. I was booked the night that you guys did your live stream where you got to name beards, and I knew I was going to be booked for it, so I didn't send it in. But I'm gonna need you and the mayor to come up with a name. I'm gonna need a name. It doesn't have a name.
That's a good one. Yeah, blood orange kind of works. But yeah, well, okay, we'll think on it there. James, beautifully said. This company is truly a work of art and dedication, truly driven. Beautiful, man. And I'll touch on this one real quick, Dan B. He said, I do like the number 21, but I think it could be a little bit stronger. So this is actually
that feedback. Yeah.
So, we've had that.
In a kind of two-part response, Dan, here. One is this company very, very often says that they do not work in a vacuum. They work based on feedback from the consumers. So keep giving this type of feedback.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, this is not a company that's going to have loud, strong, in-your-face scents. It's all about being on your face and not in your face. And there are some give and take to using all natural essential oils. There is a legal limit of how much you can use of any oil, and especially a blend when you get that math equation working together. And essential oils are going to dissipate and fade quicker. It's just not a hallmark of this company. And one of the biggest reasons is we all know that the FDA is going to step in at some point and really crack down in regulation. This company will be fine. This company will encourage it, will welcome that kind of regulation. So we understand that all people have different preferences and some like loud. I don't. I like a much more muted scent. I like one that's going to fade away. I don't want to smell it when I go in the shower the next morning. That's not something that I enjoy. And so keep giving feedback. We want to hear from you guys on different things, because maybe there is a little bit of wiggle room to play with on scent strength, scent duration, but it needs to be within the parameters of what this company stands for. All natural essential oils on your face, on your face, not in your face. And yep, I'm super glad you were able to bring that one up. And also here, Scott, I know you said your internet was out earlier, but the beard sanitizer, we went through a full explanation, but it's alcohol free, and essentially it goes in and just has this amazing ingredient blend that's going to help freshen you up, add a little bit of moisture to your beard as well. So awesome.
Yeah, and it's what's cool about it is it doesn't leave a residue that gets crispy at all either. You know, what's funny to speak on that fragrance note for a minute too. And let me just throw one thing out there. You know what I did once when I was testing? It's so weird. I'm such a nerd. I was testing shampoo, right? And I was testing a weekly shampoo, and I wanted to see how it actually stripped residue out of my beard. So I actually, when I was first testing beard oils, and I was using something that had fragrance oil in it. Something that a lot of fragrance oils have in it, and it's one of the things that helps it stay emulsified. It also helps it stay on the skin from a perfume perspective. It's a mild bit of a detergent that acts as a bonding agent, and that bonding agent is almost like a polymer that sits on your skin. And I used it I was using another brand for, I don't know, about a week. And I tried one of these weekly shampoos. And I did this quick 100x microscope where I actually just took it real quick on my phone. It got a little attachment for my phone where you can put it up to something, get a 100x view, snap a photo. And it looks like a forest full of redwood trees, you know, when you look at your skin under a 100x. But you can actually see the little fibers of your hair follicle and your hair. And you can see a white residue all down the bottom of the hair shaft, all the way down to the skin. And even after I washed it, you could still see some of that white residue. And that's from the bonding agents that are in a lot of fragrance oils. You don't get that with our stuff. So the fact that it dissipates should be a good thing in your mind that, okay, I have a natural botanical smell. I smell it. And now later in the day, I don't, which means that it's not lingering. Like there's nothing stuck to your hair besides the moisture that you've delivered to your hair.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely
fantastic.
Also, a lot of people don't know that essential oils have to steep for a certain period of time. and then they age in the carrier oils as well. So some people might have gotten a fresh batch where the essential oil had been steeped, but had not steeped long enough in the carrier oil, and you might get a stronger scent out of it in a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Perfect.
point.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And so, yeah, Scott, I think that that's a good application is if you feel like later in the day, kind of two things. Your beard needs a little bounce back of life. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
hey, how about a little bit of refreshing scent to kind of wake you up and pick you up once those essential oils have kind of dissipated and faded away. It's a great way to look at it. Great way to look at
This
it.
is fantastic for getting off an airplane. I know that that was mentioned.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you're sitting under that fan in those boxes with other people breathing all over you, and you dry out just immediately. And this is great. I've used this on my own face after getting off a plane just to give some, moisture back to my skin.
Yeah. The natural humidity typically in an airplane is sub 30%.
That's crazy.
Think about what that does
crazy.
to your skin when normal humidity where we live is between 60 and 90.
Yeah, I was going to say, we rock 90 in Michigan with the Great Lakes. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so with that, guys, we're going to be giving away in about 10 minutes here the number 21 oil and then that beard sanitizer completely free, shipped out to you guys. Great turnaround time. Jill is on top of everything else, is a beast at handling giveaways and orders and just staying on top of them. How you enter the giveaway, there's a link that's in the chat from the Dr. Nick's account. Click that, put your name, put your email address, and then once the giveaway goes, if you see your name pop up on the screen, you are going to comment on that. And also, by the way, guys, I have been starring some of your questions that we'll come back to for our question segment. And before that, so if you guys have some questions for Jill, start thinking of them, start getting them ready. But one last one that I added on here, and I really want to know this because people do come up, especially with beards like Nick and I, and they ask about things, hey, man, what do you do for your beard? And it's got to happen oftentimes when Jill runs into people, whether they say, hey, what are you doing for work? Or they see Nick and say, oh, and then say, hey, we got this company. What are you most proud to tell people about when you say that you are a massive part of this beard product company? What is a source of pride that you go to that you love to be able to explain to, whether it's people that you don't know or people you haven't seen in a while? What's your go-to? Because I know that you have a lot of pride in this company.
I do have a lot of pride in this company. I think one of the things that makes me most proud is hearing people's feedback that they do like it and being like, I made that. I made something that you use. It's in your bathroom every day, and I made that. So that gives me an overwhelming sense of pride. Also, just being able to tell people what Nick and I have been able to build together. We don't have to clock in at a 9 to 5 every day. We get to come to our own little compound here, and it's just amazing that we're able to do this together. And you guys all love it. That's just, that's the most important part to me, is that you guys love it.
Yeah, it that literally never gets old.
It doesn't.
It's almost like every time someone tells me about a product they tried and what they liked about it, it's literally like the first time someone ever trying one of our products and saying they liked it. Like, I don't think I'll ever not get a little giddy inside when I hear how much someone likes a certain product. Like, that never gets old, does it?
No, it doesn't. And like Mark just said, like, working with you is just, it's so fun. It's, it's so rewarding to be able to come in and be like, what's up, boss? And give them a big smooch and just go back to my, my little lab downstairs.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's awesome. And people ask us too, conversely to that comment from Mark, they're like, dear God, how do you guys manage it? Like, you're in the same building all day working, you come home, you do kids stuff, you do dinner, then afterwards you're there.
It's great.
It is like, we just, we've only been married since May, but we've been operating in this capacity now for, since 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those things where, I mean, we haven't got sick of each other yet. I'm shocked she hasn't gotten sick of me. I mean, you guys being on here with me for about an hour, I bet you're done and you're like, okay, enough of that guy for right now.
It's true, and it's amazing. And it's the same way with me and Sam. I actually can hear her working over in her lab space, working on probably some t-shirts right now. And we started working out together, and we go every day in the morning nice and early, and people, same kind of thing. They're like, oh, you work at home, you're together all day, you're going to need to go to the gym and get your like alone time. It's like, no, we really enjoy going together. We
Yeah.
really enjoy working together. We really enjoy dinner together. We really enjoy watching House of Dragons on Sunday nights together.
Yeah.
Like we enjoy these things. There's never a time where we're like, we got to get away, you know, like it's this weekend we're going up. I told you guys to northern Michigan to go drive and see the leaves, and it's like, no, I'm not going to a buddy getaway and retreat and all this stuff. Like we enjoy it. So I agree with Mark, man. Working with your spouse, it really is special. And if you have that relationship, it just makes everything better because you don't have to play political games. You don't have to like
No.
hold back. You can say, hey, I don't like this, and let's adjust this, and you can get right to it. So that's super special. And definitely, as you said, it's got to be a source of pride to be able to say, hey, we've built this together and we're just getting started. We're just getting this ball going, and it's all about the future. So that's awesome.
Heck
Very,
yeah,
very
man.
cool.
Yeah, no, that's it. It is. It's killer. I mean, it's so cool seeing in the comments too. You know, it's like people
Yep.
say my wife and my kids are my favorite people. You know, it's not even close, and I'm right there, right? Like there's no one else I'd rather hang out with than Jill. You know,
Yep.
she's my best friend on top
Yep.
of being my business partner and my wife and my partner and everything, right?
Straight up there. So beautiful. All right, enough of the mushy stuff, guys. Get us some questions in the chat, some amazing man stuff here, and I'll feed a couple of them between Nick and Jill. So Jill, first one, will you be making any natural bar soaps or any kind of shaving soap or anything that will be expanding the lineup?
Yes, yes, we will be. I've been researching lots of saponification processes and stuff. We do want to stick to the all natural thing, obviously, and not have to shift to with natural ingredients. So
Yep.
it's a lot of research. We also don't want the kind of bar soap that makes you feel squeaky after.
Oh,
no one likes that skin squeak.
No one likes the squeak. And if I had
So-
my way, I would 1,000%, you know, I'm a liquid soap guy. I like body wash.
Yeah.
And cold process is the difference there. You know, bar soaps are hot process, liquid soaps are cold process. And we've been looking into lots of cold process options, being able to super fat some body washes with some of our carrier oils and some other really neat stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
on that note too, just to throw it out there too, if you go back and watch videos from our first live stream, right? If you go back and watch the first doctor's orders, I was still using the face wash that I've been using for years. It's from Dermalogica. It's a really nice high-end brand of, you know, she gets it for me at Sephora. And and so if you look back at those videos, I used to always have this little red spots right here where I get hot spots where my eyebrow meets the bridge of my nose. And I'd always get them like right here where I meet the bottom of my nose. And that I just always had it no matter what moisturizer I'd used, you know. So we've been working on a face wash, and we've been working on this face wash, and I will happily report there is no red marks anywhere in my eye, near my nose. All the redness on my cheeks is gone. And it is an all natural face wash. It has some really good stuff in it, common ingredients to our carriers that have been cold processed. We think we're in kind of like the final testing stages of that.
Bring it here with my new gym life and journey. My facial skin is taking a toll, getting used to the sweating and the stopping, and the face washes that I've used forever I've always had great skin. They're not working right now. We've tried other things. So yes, send it on out. I will be your ultimate test dummy.
Perfect. I'll send you a beta bottle and we will
Perfect.
get it tested out. Yeah. I mean, that stuff's huge though. She's like, but again, with Jill, I'm like, hey, I have this and this and this going on. Like, what should we be looking at to get rid of that in a new product? And it's like, well, you need to make sure it has this and this and this and a pH of that and none of this. And it's like, oh, well, okay. Well, you know that like the back of your hand. All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Perfect. So we got another question here for Jill. I have semi-oily skin. Marula is a 3 to 4 on the comedogenic scale. Is it a thick oil? Is it fast absorbing? And this is an ingredient that all three of us love and have fallen in love with. So Jill, go ahead and touch on Marula oil.
So marula oil is fairly thin and it is fast absorbing. And we played with different ratios of marula in the oil to make sure it stayed fast absorbing. It kept that medium light consistency throughout the whole beard oil.
Super important.
So we have it a very low percentage where you get the benefit of the moisture and the good fats to it without it weighing your beard down, without clogging. It's fantastic for hair. It's fantastic for beard hair, and it is safe for the skin without clogging.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I use marula oil like if we went skiing or snowboarding, and I would be super dry, and I can use it straight on my face, which is very acne prone, and there's no issues there, no clogging. It plumps the skin, and it just makes it look so much nicer.
Oh, but where's the dog?
My emotional support dog.
I know your emotional support Frenchie. He's at home today because Jill's usually downstairs with him answering questions on these while I'm up here. And we thought guaranteed what would happen. We'd be both up here and then he'd hear something and he'd be barking at the front door of the office while we're sitting here on the live stream. So Sir is our boy. Sir is home today, unfortunately. Very sorry. Go Habs.
He was very upset when I left this morning. He knows the phrase "go to work." He was upset that he did not get his collar on today, and he had to stay home.
He was not impressed.
Oh my gosh. All right, one more question, then we'll do the giveaway and get everybody out of here. Should be perfectly on time, kind of like we planned it, but your guys' questions just worked out perfectly here. So, Nick, Jill, either one, are you guys finding any supply chain issues with your ingredients, with your bottling, anything like that?
No, not supply chain issues. No, prices have, gone up. That's just something we have to deal with.
You know what's interesting though is we noticed that some of our Plan B suppliers are having supply issues.
Yes.
Those are the people who sell not all natural products, but happen to carry some all natural products. Those people are having stock issues. The suppliers we use very intentionally only supply all natural products. So if they were to experience a supply chain issue, they'd be completely out of business. And so we kind of ride on the hope that they're large enough and they carry enough weight that we think other people might actually be having supply chain issues because these guys are just consuming the whole raw ingredients market in a couple of spaces. So we, knock on wood, we've been fortunate so far with our suppliers. But yeah, I mean, we have seen other people having some challenges for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt in that. But and again, most of what they do is very kind of specialized. So that's nice, right? There's not a ton of big companies that are using your bottles for beard oil. There's not a ton that are doing these things, right? If it was just the Boston rounds, then you might have more of an issue. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, guys. In the chat, there is a link for the giveaway. I'm going to give you guys just about a minute here to be able to enter your name and email address, and you'll see it scrolling at the bottom down here. The giveaway that we will be doing is the number 21 beard oil and blood orange, and I should add in, we're not giving away blood orange, sorry guys. Blood orange beard sanitizer. That will be and make sure you spell it right here.
James, to answer your question, James Hansen. Yes, that's coming as well. We have a few things in the works. I kind of mentioned it, but just officially to mention it, we have a beard wash, a beard conditioner, a face wash, and a body wash all in the works right now. Between pH testing, skin testing, multiple weeks of using products, we've landed on I think what our finalists are, and they're gonna be out soon. I'm really hoping for this year. I'm hoping before Christmas.
That would be awesome.
We won't just put anything out there. So
no, it takes a while.
It does take a while. And after he tests things, I do my own tests on my skin, on my hair, on anything I can, just to see, our skin is different. Yep. So I like to know the whole spectrum.
And if it comes out, you can trust that I have tested it as well.
Yes.
And even with the wash, I've had daily updates from Nick on the wash. Number 7, doing very well today.
Yep.
So,
oh yeah.
You know that we got it covered here. So let's go ahead and do this, you guys. It is the giveaway for the number 21 beard oil, blood orange beard sanitizer. If you see your name on the screen, I'm just going to generate this random giveaway generator platform. Drop a comment as quickly as you can. And as long as you are still here and able to comment, you have won. I have a feeling they are still here. So let's go ahead and see here with this one. Good luck, everybody. Do we have James Hansen?
Oh, we do.
Just ask the question. So as long as James can comment and James is still here.
As long as he didn't not like my answer and leave, he's here.
Right. Beard wash, too long of an answer. I'm out.
That's it.
So
bye.
James aka the Bearded Metal Chef. You will be getting this giveaway if you are here. So drop a comment, James, and hopefully he's maybe he's on lunch break. Maybe
Oh,
he's
James Hansen's Bearded Metal Chef.
yes, there he
That
is, right
makes
there.
sense.
Yay.
Yeah,
Okay.
lots of support on Instagram and everything. Woohoo! That's me. Hey, James,
Awesome,
congrats,
dude.
man. I will put your information for Jill. She'll reach out to get your government name and your shipping address, and we'll get that right out to you.
Heck yeah.
Congrats.
Right on.
That is awesome.
Congrats, James.
Beautiful. And before we wrap this up, you guys, if you have not, just a reminder to please consider hitting that thumbs up to show you like this, subscribe. If you want to tell other people about this channel, about this company, that is our number one goal with marketing and growing this. We don't want to spend crazy money on marketing and bring that cost onto consumers. We don't want to do any of these other methods. We want to grow it because you're passionate about it, because you love getting to know the owners, the company, the products. That is going to help everybody involved. And the most beautiful thing is it costs you nothing to do that. It is truly free to change other people's lives and help this company grow. So always appreciate it as we go through. Jill, Nick, any final words before we get people out of here exactly at 2:00? We are good.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it is almost like we planned these things or something. I'll tell you what. No, I mean, I'm just so glad you guys got to meet Jill, right? I mean, I have a face made for radio. I mean, I'm shocked any of you sit here for an hour and look at me. It's probably only because Dan's here with me. It kind of brings up my, elevates me a little
beards,
bit.
Who would miss it?
No, stop it. No, you stop it. You stop it.
You hang up.
So I'm so pumped you guys got to meet Jill, meet the other half of Dr. Nix, and just really understand kind of where a lot of this stuff comes from, get a face to the name of who you're interacting with customer service and emails and ordering and questions. But go ahead.
Every signature on the bottom of your order form is done by me.
That's it. That's it. Well, I'll let Jill lead us out of here. Any closing remarks for everybody?
I just want to say thanks for joining, guys. I really appreciate you coming out today to say hi to me. So it means the world to me. And we'll see you next week. I'll be in the chat.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you guys for watching today. I will pat myself on the back. I had this idea because one of my biggest goals is for you guys to get to know this company. Transparency is not enough. They are beyond transparent, but I want you to get to know them on every level, every fiber of what they do, because I know there's value in that. I know there's nothing to hide and everything to gain by being proud of what they're doing. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We will be here next Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and anything on Instagram, Facebook, we always appreciate that. And reach out anytime if you have comments, feedbacks, ideas, anything, please reach out. We welcome it always. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next show next week.